Hey Broncos fans, welcome to Broncos News Now, your channel for everything Denver Broncos. Before we get started, smash that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any hot NFL news. If the 11-2 Denver Broncos are going to achieve the ultimate prize in football, the elusive Super Bowl glory, they cannot allow themselves to be content with their 10-game winning streak. The Broncos, who have found a rhythm that seems almost unstoppable, are now turning their focus toward the 9-3 Green Bay Packers, who will travel to Denver for a matchup that promises to test the mettle of a team riding high on confidence and cohesion. This game marks the beginning of a challenging stretch, a quartet of difficult contests that will define the remainder of a season that has already exceeded expectations, but still holds so much more potential. Patrick Surtain, too, one of the Broncos' defensive cornerstones, has been candid about the team's mindset as these critical weeks approach, offering insights into how the squad views its final opponents. Surtain, speaking with 9 News' Scotty Gange, emphasized that facing adversity is part of the fabric of the NFL and that the Broncos have positioned themselves perfectly to confront it. That's what the NFL is all about. Each and every week, a new opponent comes, Surtain said, highlighting the inherent challenge of maintaining excellence in a league defined by parity and unpredictability. Obviously, we've got some great opponents coming up for the rest of the year. So if we want to be that team we talk about, these are the games that matter and count. In many ways, this perspective encapsulates the Broncos' competitive DNA, a delicate balance between savoring the success they have already earned and pushing relentlessly to prove that they belong among the league's elite. The task ahead will not be simple. Green Bay brings with it talents like Micah Parsons and Jordan Love, athletes capable of presenting a level of pressure and skill far beyond what Denver encountered against the struggling Las Vegas Raiders just a week ago. Despite the looming challenge, there is a tangible sense of confidence in the Broncos' locker room, a quiet understanding that their past experiences and shared commitment have prepared them for this moment. Celebrations in the locker room have focused on camaraderie and shared accomplishment, often encapsulated in the light-hearted moniker Club Dub, a nickname that has come to symbolize the joy and unity derived from victory. For Surtain, the significance of these moments extends beyond the scoreboard. It is the perseverance, the commitment to the process, and the way the team has navigated countless obstacles together that makes this period of triumph especially meaningful. Yeah, it feels good finally watching the tide change, Surtain told Gange, reflecting on the emotional journey the team has undergone. We stuck with it. There's a bunch of guys that stuck through the process for a couple of years now. And to finally fulfill this moment, this opportunity, 11 wins on the season is not easy to do in this league. So that was something to be very pleased and happy about. The Broncos' streak of 10 consecutive victories is no accident, and understanding the factors that have allowed such sustained success is key to appreciating their position in the league. Complementary football, the seamless interplay between offense and defense, has been central to Denver's rise. In their recent trip to Sin City, the Broncos' offense orchestrated their 3 longest drives of the season, a series of carefully executed possessions that not only shifted momentum but also maximized time of possession in a way that allowed the defense to rest and recover. Surtain was quick to acknowledge the impact of these drives, both on his unit's performance and on the overall team strategy. The offense did a heck of a job with their time of possession, Surtain said. Yes, it was saving our legs a little bit. I don't even know how many plays we had. Pretty sure it was pretty low, but shout out to the offense for that. And defensively, we picked it up. In the NFL, where the margin for error is razor thin, such coordination and attention to detail can be the difference between victory and defeat. The Broncos' ability to balance explosive offensive sequences with disciplined, opportunistic defense has become a hallmark of their current success and a blueprint for the challenges that lie ahead. Meanwhile, the broader AFC landscape continues to shift. The Kansas City Chiefs, once a formidable force in the AFC West, have now fallen out of the division race, opening the door for other contenders to stake their claim. The Los Angeles Chargers, for instance, benefited from a fortuitous Monday night win against the Philadelphia Eagles, keeping them alive in the hunt for divisional supremacy. These developments underscore the competitive volatility of the conference and highlight the importance of maintaining focus, execution, and adaptability. For the Broncos, this context adds another layer of urgency. Even minor lapses or stumbles could have outsized consequences in the standings, making every snap, every play, and every strategic decision pivotal as they chase the ultimate prize. Small issues on defense may require Bo Nix and the offensive unit to continue delivering precision, efficiency, and dominance in order to maintain control of games, manage the clock, and ensure that Club Dub remains a source of celebration rather than concern. Yet, despite these challenges, Certain and his teammates possess the advantage of clarity. The path ahead is known, the hurdles are visible, and the blueprint for success is firmly in place. It is this combination of preparation, talent, and collective belief that enables a team to approach critical stretches of the schedule not with trepidation, but with a measured confidence rooted in experience and capability. As the Broncos prepare for the Packers and the subsequent fixtures that will define their season, the narrative is not solely about wins and losses. It is about identity, resilience, and the relentless pursuit of excellence in a league where consistency is rare and fleeting. Certain's reflections, emphasizing process, patience, and mutual support, serve as a reminder that the Broncos' journey is as much about the relationships built, lessons learned, and challenges overcome as it is about points scored or games won. In many ways, the current team embodies the ethos of professional football at its highest level, a blend of talent, preparation, mental toughness, and emotional intelligence, all coalescing at precisely the moment when the stakes are highest. The excitement surrounding this final stretch is palpable, not because of a simple winning streak, but because of the awareness that each contest carries weight, each opponent presents a unique puzzle, and each performance offers a chance to define legacy. With 11 victories already secured, the Broncos are not merely content to participate. They are determined to dominate, to translate potential into results, and to ensure that when the season concludes, they have given themselves the best possible opportunity to compete on the sport's grandest stage. The path forward is steep and demanding, featuring opponents who will test every aspect of Denver's preparation, from the strategic acumen of the coaching staff to the physica. They reveal a squad that respects the difficulty of the road ahead, acknowledges the stakes of each game, and yet approaches each challenge with the confidence of a group that knows its own capabilities and has built a foundation strong enough to endure the inevitable trials of a grueling NFL campaign. As the Broncos gear up to host the Packers and continue their march through what promises to be a defining series of contests, the narrative is clear. This is a team that refuses to be satisfied with success for its own sake, a team that understands that every game matters, every opponent counts, and every moment presents an opportunity to demonstrate why they belong at the pinnacle of professional football. The blend of athletic skill, strategic execution, and emotional intelligence present in Denver's locker room is what allows 10-game winning streaks to exist, what allows players to savor their accomplishments without losing sight of the work that remains, and what ultimately positions the Broncos as genuine contenders for a Super Bowl that has become not just a possibility, but a tangible goal within reach. In a league where fortune is fleeting and challenges are relentless, the Broncos' approach, articulated so clearly by Certain, reflects a commitment to excellence, a respect for the process, and a belief in the collective power of a team that has fought through adversity to arrive at this defining juncture. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's talk Broncos. And don't forget to hit the bell to get all the latest NFL updates. Absolute bombshell. The NFL universe is buzzing with a rumor that has set fans' imaginations on fire and left analysts scrambling to piece together the implications. Word around the league, whispered in locker rooms, discussed on low-profile podcasts, and circulating among front office insiders, is that the Denver Broncos and the San Francisco 49ers have reportedly completed a trade that no one saw coming. According to sources who have requested anonymity, though their credibility within league circles is widely respected, Brock Purdy, the young quarterback who has quietly built a reputation for poise and surprising resilience under pressure, is allegedly heading to the Mile High City. This, if true, would represent not just a seismic shift in roster strategy for both franchises, but a bold statement from the Broncos front office that they are ready to pivot dramatically in their approach to the quarterback position. The narrative being spun in media circles and online forums is that Denver's executives, frustrated with stagnation and eager to reclaim relevance in a highly competitive conference, may have pulled off a move that signals they are no longer willing to wait for development or rely on inconsistent veteran performance. Brock Purdy, for his part, is described as a quarterback with a blend of intelligence, mobility, and unassuming confidence. The type of player who can elevate a team not through sheer superstar talent alone, but through steady, reliable play that maximizes the strengths of his supporting cast. Fans of the Broncos are reportedly reacting with a mixture of excitement and incredulity, with social media timelines flooded with speculation about how this addition might alter the offensive schemes, locker room dynamics, and even the identity of the team going forward. The narrative swirling is that the Broncos front office, long criticized for indecision and cautious moves in the draft, may finally be signaling an aggressive shift, one that not only seeks immediate improvement, but also aligns with a long-term vision centered around a quarterback who has already demonstrated remarkable composure in high-stakes situations. On the other side of the country, whispers suggest that the 49ers management may have concluded that a shakeup at the quarterback position was inevitable, perhaps motivated by salary cap considerations, long-term planning, or a desire to refresh the offensive core with a different style of play. San Francisco insiders, speaking off the record to multiple outlets, hint that the move was not made lightly, but rather as part of a carefully considered strategy to balance current competitiveness with future flexibility. Purdy's departure, while surprising to fans who have grown accustomed to a steady hand, could open doors for emerging talent or signal a pivot toward acquiring a different kind of playmaker capable of fitting the team's evolving offensive philosophy. The league's chatter is rife with theories. Some speculate that the trade was spurred by behind-the-scenes pressure from ownership. Others believe it was orchestrated by the coaching staff aiming to create a fresh dynamic that challenges both existing veterans and young prospects. Analysts are dissecting every angle, from the potential impact on passing schemes to how the offensive line might need to adjust, and even projecting the subtle ways in which locker room hierarchies could shift once Purdy arrives in Denver. Rumors suggest that there is more than meets the eye, with possible conditions, draft pick considerations, or financial incentives embedded in the deal, though the full details remain shrouded in secrecy, fueling a sense of intrigue and anticipation that is only magnified by the silence from official channels. Fans are reacting with the kind of fervor that only a truly unexpected quarterback move can provoke. Social media feeds are filled with speculative lineups, mock play designs, and heated debates about Purdy's fit in Denver's offense. The discussion is not merely about on-field performance. It's about identity, culture, and the very philosophy of how the Broncos intend to compete in a league where the quarterback position is king. Some commentators are drawing comparisons to other headline-grabbing trades, noting that while Purdy may not carry the immediate superstar aura of some previous high-profile acquisitions, his skill set and temperament could be exactly what Denver needs to stabilize a position that has historically been volatile. The conversation is also expanding beyond the local fan base, with NFL enthusiasts across the country weighing in on how this trade might shift conference dynamics, affect playoff projections, and even influence the strategy of rival teams, who must now account for a Broncos offense led by a quarterback whose trajectory has been upward and marked by understated excellence. The rumor mill does not stop at strategy and on-field impact. Sources hint at the personal dimension of the move. Brock Purdy is said to be excited by the prospect of joining a franchise with passionate fan support and a stadium environment known for its intensity. While no official statement has been released, insiders suggest that Purdy's decision to embrace Denver is not merely a professional calculation, but also a personal one, influenced by the opportunity to carve out a lasting legacy, work with a talented coaching staff, and play in front of a fan base starving for quarterback stability. The human story behind the trade adds layers to the narrative, painting it not simply as a transactional maneuver, but as a convergence of ambition, timing, and vision for both the player in the organization. Meanwhile, the 49ers are said to be exploring contingency plans, including potential quarterback targets, draft considerations, and ways to maintain continuity while transitioning away from a player who has been quietly impactful but perhaps deemed replaceable in the context of a larger strategic plan. League insiders are describing this as one of those moves that will be dissected for weeks, months, and possibly seasons. The buzz is fueled not only by the unexpected nature of the trade, but also by the intricate implications it carries for team-building philosophies, salary management, and the ever-shifting power dynamics of quarterback hierarchies across the NFL. Analysts are pointing out that Denver's move could be a harbinger of a new era where calculated risks replace cautious incrementalism, signaling a willingness to disrupt conventional thinking in pursuit of a more competitive and sustainable model. In San Francisco, the murmurs suggest that the front office is betting on a combination of long-term planning, flexibility, and the opportunity to redefine the offense around emerging talents or a different quarterback archetype. The ripple effect is already palpable, with every division rival recalibrating expectations and every media outlet racing to decode the motives, timing, and hidden clauses that might be embedded in what insiders describe as a complex, high-stakes maneuver. The story is far from over. As the NFL world holds its collective breath, the intrigue surrounding Brock Purdy's alleged move to Denver grows, with speculation about team chemistry, offensive schemes, and even franchise culture dominating conversations across every platform. Fans are already imagining Purdy leading the Broncos through hostile environments, orchestrating critical drives, and redefining what it means to have stability at the quarterback position. Meanwhile, the 49ers fan base is grappling with mixed emotions, pride in the organization's audacious maneuvering tempered by uncertainty about the team's immediate future. The trade, still officially unconfirmed, is being treated as one of the most talked-about potential transactions of the season, with every rumor, leak, and insider comment dissected for hidden truths and possible confirmation. Whether this move ultimately reshapes the trajectory of both franchises or remains a tantalizing what-if scenario, the conversation it has ignited is impossible to ignore, a vivid reminder of how a single player, allegedly, on the move can captivate a league, energize fan bases, and redefine expectations almost overnight. The Broncos, in particular, appear poised to embrace a new chapter, one in which calculated risk, strategic vision, and the acquisition of a young, promising quarterback could signal the beginning of a transformative era in the franchise's ongoing quest for excellence and relevance in a league where the margin between mediocrity and championship glory is measured not just in talent, but in timing, foresight, and the courage to make bold moves when opportunity knocks. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this, give us a like and share with other Broncos fans. And of course, make sure to subscribe to Broncos News Now to stay on top of all the NFL news and analysis.